Hi everyone, welcome to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm GoLocal News editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for joining us as we kick off your Friday afternoon heading into the weekend. And as we usually do, we welcome in former state representative, former deputy secretary of state, now heads up the nonprofit Stages of Freedom, Ray Rickman, to give his big view.
So, last night, the City Council in Providence agreed to give someone a $19 million tax break. They're building kind of 3 buildings on vacant lot, Steeple Street, Canal, North Main, across from Mills Tavern, next to their new building that they just finished, College Edge 1. Now they're going to build College Edge 2. And they're going to fill the little gap in, kind of tooth-gapped. And it's going to have commercial on the first floor. So it's very good. It's a very, very good idea to make that whole block whole again, from Thomas Steeple Street going up to Roger Williams National Park. Good idea. Love it. $19 million tax break, 85% no taxes for 20 years. It's $1 million a year. I'm not so sure on. It may turn out that the tax break's more than the taxes they would have paid. Now, would they have done it without it? They're putting $65 million in, and they're going to save $20 million with that tax break. Now, there could be other breaks that we don't know about, a little federal here and a little state here, and Lord knows, nobody likes to pay retail anymore when they're building a building. And sometimes you have to do the math. Would it work if they didn't get these breaks? And sometimes it doesn't. So, is the break too much? Dare says yes. I say, I think it's too much. But the discussion isn't good enough. We don't get to see the financial records to get a real sense of, is this what it needs to be in order for them to do it? Now, I am in favor. I don't care what my progressive, liberal, socialist, left-wing friends say. I'm in favor of new housing for college students. I don't want us to be ripped off. Now, this lot was paying $40,000 a year in taxes. They probably should have been paying more. A very productive, rich parking lot. If we get $80,000, we've doubled what we would have gotten. But again, if you or I went and built something there, we probably wouldn't get this deal. I'd love to get my taxes reduced by 85% for the next 20 years. Really would. So I think John Igliosi and others on that council needs to put together a panel. And the panel needs to look at tax breaks, future. I always hate this because we take this issue up one at a time. People are opposed, people are in favor. We need to take up and make a policy. How long should the tax break be? 20 years I think is too long, but that's my opinion. How big should it be? 19 million for this? I think it's too much, but am I right? Who knows? What do we have to do to encourage them to do it there? Not a lot, because they're going to fill it up with rich students from RISD and Brown. They are, and a few from Providence College. So they need to do that there. Retail is going to work there. Fancy restaurant is my guess. So, I want students to quit taking regular working class people's houses, because that's what's going on. They are moving into all kinds of neighborhoods and forcing working class people to go to Woonsocket or wherever. And if they had their own housing, they wouldn't do that. That's why I favor it. Finally, on the Fain building, since I may not get a chance to talk about this again, I am absolutely in favor of the Fain building. Tall, elegantly different. People say that it belongs in Bahrain, you know. Maybe it does. but it also belongs and is in Chicago and New York and the like, Los Angeles. Why can't we have a building that everyone stares at? Why can't we have a building that looks down the bay to Newport on a clear day that rich people want to live in? Currently, rich people are showing up. Someone just bought a house, paid $1 million for it, put $1 million in it, and they weren't working class, but the professor who was there is gone to East Providence. We have a lot of pressure on us. I think we need to build housing for rich people that doesn't take away housing for working class, or even better than working class people in the West End of Providence, on College Hill even. We're making a mistake when we're opposed to housing for rich people. I'm opposed to housing for rich people that drives working class people away. I'm not opposed to bringing rich people downtown to buy things in Providence.